And a good Tuesday to you. Boston won a pitcher's duel with the Mariners Monday at T-Mobile Park. 2-0 the final. Lucas Giolito went strike for strike with Logan Gilbert, and each starter struck out 10 batters in the Red Sox victory in Game 1 of that 3-game series. The big difference was that Gilbert, making his first start since being on the injured list for a couple of months, gave up a solo home run. The two teams combined for just 8 hits in the game.
And a high fly ball. That's driven deep to right center. It's back there. She is gone. Home run, Roman Anthony. #1. Red Sox quickly on the scoreboard. What a moment for the kid. He gets to Logan Gilbert and knocks it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, he got a little two-seamer right here, 96 miles an hour. It's actually a really good pitch by Gilbert, up and away, just catches the corner, and Roman, he crowds the plate so he can really reach that pitch. You see how strong that kid is. Wow.
Duran at third. Ground ball and a diving play by Young. Bobbled it a bit. He will not get him, and a run scores. Duran in to touch home. 2-0 Boston. 1-2. Got him. Well, you nailed it on that four-seamer, and he struck him out. That's a huge out for Giolito.
Take advantage of that aggressive swing and get above that barrel. That was perfectly executed.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down.
That's a filthy sequence right there, right? The fastball's up early. He buries the breaking ball. In the mind of the hitter, you're thinking, here comes the fastball again. It looks just like it out of the hand, and look at that thing disappear down and in. That was a great pitch.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and he gets out of that. He leaves him loaded with 3 consecutive strikeouts.
An 0-2 breaking ball, about 57 feet. Cal Raleigh couldn't hold back on that. To your point, a Houdini act.
Earlier tonight, as is the tradition, we had the salmon race here inside T-Mobile Park. J.P. Crawford with that bag of seeds, taking it in. He was an invested spectator in this. His wife, Kathy, is racing as King Salmon. Oh, wow. And, you know, just like after a walk-off win, yeah, you got to bring the seeds out there. How did that happen? Here's the best part.
0-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3. That does it. Red Sox win it 2-0.
Manager Dan Wilson says it was great to see Gilbert back on the mound following and showing no ill effects of the elbow injury that sidelined him.
Tough one tonight. In a low-scoring ball game, I thought Logan looked pretty sharp tonight coming out of the chute. 10 strikeouts in his 5 innings. I thought he had all his pitches tonight. I thought his slider was especially good tonight. Had a good fastball, so really good to see him back out there and throwing the ball well tonight. I mean, he's had a lot of strikeouts, and I think he. Really understands when he gets 2 strikes. He gets that mentality to really put him away, and he's got the weapons to do it. And I thought tonight, seeing all his stuff tonight, he looked pretty sharp, and it was really good to see coming out of the IL. And offensively, we were able to get some traffic, just not able to get him in tonight. And it's something we've been able to do here, in this homestand, and just weren't able to get it done tonight. He did allow some base runners. He got a little wild at times, but he moved that fastball around pretty well. He made some pitches when he had to, and he used his off speed pretty well too. His changeup, especially, he got a couple of key outs with that changeup. So he just, he's a veteran guy. He's been around. He knows how to pitch, and tonight he threw a pretty good ball game. Our defense has been so solid, and a nice play by Rowdy over at first on a backhand earlier in the ball game, and that was a really nice play by Ben to run it down. Cole makes a great diving stab, narrowly the guy's able to beat it out, but the defense has been outstanding.
Seattle and Boston meet again tonight at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Seattle remains 4.5 games behind Houston in the American League West as the Astros fell to the Athletics 3-1. Texas is a half game behind Seattle. Angels improved to 34-37 with a 1-0 11-inning win over the Yankees. After a night off Monday, the Wenatchee AppleSox are back with a non-league game at home tonight. Fresh off a sweep of Port Angeles, Wenatchee is hosting the DubSea Fish Sticks at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium tonight at 6:35. This is the first of two games before the AppleSox hit the road for Edmonton on Friday. Fish Sticks, bring your coleslaw. There was only one game in the West Coast League last night in Corvallis. The Knights dropped an extra inning affair to Springfield when the Drifters' Isaiah Ibarra drove home the go-ahead run in the top of the 11th inning on an RBI double. Michael Klein finished off the Knights 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 11th to give Springfield their fourth win of the summer. Well, the rest of the league faces one another tonight with Kelowna at Port Angeles. Walla Walla is hosting Kamloops. Nanaimo visits Victoria. The Marion Berries host their second ever game in the West Coast League at Bush's Pasture Park on the campus of Willamette University. They're playing Ridgefield tonight. Corvallis plays at Cowlitz. Bend hosts Springfield. Bellingham visits Edmonton tonight at 7:05. Portland takes on Yakima Valley at 7:15. How about the Pickles? They're off to an incredible 14-1 start. Well, speaking of records, both Bellingham and Wenatchee are 11-4 and share the top spot in the WCL's North Division. Kamloops is 2 games back, while Edmonton is 2.5 back. Well, 5 classes of racing helped celebrate Dad over the weekend at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Track owner Garrett Evans, the Big Daddy in all of things WVSO, won the Rockstar Energy Beamon main event. Wenatchee's Cody Vickery was second, followed by Wenatchee's Brandon Knuff. East Wenatchee's Jason Walker grabbed the checkered flag in the Plum Perfect Roadrunner main event. Second was East Wenatchee's Spencer Hamilton, and Wenatchee's Jay Evans finished third. Ron Wilbur came over from Lacey to win the Apple Valley Pumping Crown Vic Stocks main event. He was followed by Pilot Rock Oregon's Kedrick Preston. Cashmere's Robert Morley was finishing third. Crowd highlight of the night on Saturday was the Johnson Electric Bump to Pass cars. Auburn's Tony Timlick took the checkered flag among the debris on the course. Yakima's Kelly Zachariah was second, followed by Brewster's Chris Jett. Kellen Ingram topped the podium in the B&T Towing Youth Roadrunners main event. Second was Wenatchee's Reagan Moore, and Cody Griffith finished out the field. He was from Yakima. Track will be busy again this coming Saturday with a freestyle motocross and porta potty 100. Besides the freestyle motocross, featured racing will include the Jerry's Auto Supply late models, also Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder cars, Knutson General Contracting Bandoleros, and the Zero Handicap Mini Bombers. Gates will open at 4:30. Racing starts at 6 o'clock. Go to WVSO.com for tickets and more information. That's Check of Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.